Good morning and welcome. Please rise for the national anthem. Thank you, Mrs. Walker and the Voices of the Night, for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Welcome, graduates of the class of 2022. You may be seated. It's a beautiful day. It's great to be here. Welcome to our parents, family members, and staff to the 28th commencement exercises of Buckingham Collegiate Charter Academy. My name is Samantha Working, and I am honored to be the principal here and to preside over today's ceremony. We have some distinguished guests on the stage that I'd like to introduce. From our governing board, Board President John Jansen, Board Clerk Daniel Senthayan, Board Member Cecil Connolly, and from our district office staff, we have Associate Superintendent of Educational Services Ed Santapadre, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources Chris Hewlett, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Kelly Burks, Director of Secondary Education, and your principal from 2018 to March 2021, Ms. Allie Eads. We have Director of Elementary Education, Ryan Gallus, Director of Human Resources, Manolo Garcia. Did I get everybody? Okay. I also want to say a special thank you to Elaine Kong, our Director of Communications and Community Engagement, and our VUSD technology team, who is live streaming our graduation today. I'd also like to introduce our Assistant Principal, Mr. James Busher, and our Dean of Learning Support, Mrs. Laura Roberts. We have collegiate studios that are taking pictures of our graduates today as they receive their diplomas, and parents will receive some information about how to place an order for that. And as I mentioned, the live streaming is accessible on our Vacaville Unified School District's YouTube page and will be available also after the ceremony if anyone would like to have that keepsake. And now I'd like to take a few moments to address the senior class. Class of 2022, it has been my great honor to serve as your principal. You are truly a special group of students, and although I look forward to meeting our new freshman class, I already have an empty feeling thinking of our campus without all of you there. Your easygoing nature, positive energy, and your desire to make Buckingham a great place, not just for yourself, but for the future classes, are some of the reasons I will miss you. Parents, guardians, and family members, you should be so proud of these amazing young people that you've raised. Not only are they deserving of accolades due to their academic success, but more importantly, they are genuinely considerate, kind, friendly people. At the Decision Day event last month, Just watching all of you play kickball and have fun together reminded me of why I love this school and this class so much. You aren't afraid to be your authentic selves, nor should you be. Furthermore, the achievements of this class are very impressive. I'd like to take a few minutes to recognize some of those achievements. Will our graduates who've earned the distinction of high honors who are wearing the green honor cord please stand? Will our graduates who are in the top 10% of the graduating class who are wearing the gold tassels please stand? Will our graduates with 4 years of a 3.5 GPA or above who are wearing the gold honor cord please stand? Will our CSF Life members who are wearing the blue cord please stand? Will our graduates who served as student leaders in our ASB who are wearing the burgundy honor cords please stand? Will our graduates who earned the State Seal of Biliteracy who are wearing the serape sash please stand? Will our graduates who earned their CTE completer in graphic design or an engineering pathway who are wearing the silver cord please stand? Will our National Honor Society members who are wearing the blue and gold cords please stand? And I also know we have, I believe, 2 students who were accepted to a military academy. Will those students please stand? And there's one already standing over here. Wow, you all have so much to be proud of. I hope you will take a moment after today's ceremony to thank the teachers and staff who helped get you here. While a love of learning can originate from an internal drive, much of the time we know that our favorite subjects and classes are really about those who are teaching them and the passions they bring. Consider what's kept you coming to school every day these past 4 years. Was it to hear Razor Love in Price's class? No. You're happy to be done with that. Miss Page's crazy stories. Fitchhorn's awesome laugh. Whether you became involved in robotics, choir, theater, athletics, clubs, or leadership, I hope you'll continue to pursue the passions that you've developed during your time here. Even though this chapter of your lives is closing, another very exciting one is opening. Whether you believe that it's chance or fate that will fill the unwritten pages, I'm sure you've found that there are many facets of our lives which we cannot control. However, the ways which we respond to challenges is truly what points us in the direction our lives are going to take and defines who we are. In the book Tribe of Mentors, the author asks an astrophysicist, Jana Levin, to share about a new belief that has improved her life. She purports, "I used to resent obstacles along the path, thinking if only they hadn't happened, life would be so good. Then I realized life is the obstacles. There is no underlying path." While the pandemic is an obstacle we have all grown tired of discussing, we can't deny that hardships such as this one have helped shape us. The challenges we face and the ways in which we respond to those challenges is what exposes our true character and points us in a particular direction. As you continue to face challenges ahead, I encourage you to reframe them and consider how much you've grown and changed because of them. Class of 2022, the ways in which you have responded to the various challenges that you've experienced throughout your high school journey are a testament to your character. You have not given up. You've continued to press on and push yourselves to greatness. There is no underlying path because your story is not yet written. You will write it as you go. The ways you manage to face the hardest parts are the most beautiful part of the story. I hope you'll come back to visit because you'll always remain a part of Buckingham's story. We can't wait to see how you will fill the rest of the pages. Congratulations, class of 2022. And now, I'm happy to invite the members of the senior class who are part of the combined choirs to join the rest of the choir. Buckingham's combined choirs will now sing a musical selection in honor of our graduates. Thank you so much to our combined choirs for that beautiful tribute. Members of the choir who are graduating, you can please rejoin your class and take your seats. And I would now like to invite your ASB president, Annalisa Galvan, to the stage. You have your own?
Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. My name is Annalisa Galvan, and I had the privilege of being this year's ASB president. On August 13th, 2022, I will officially become a cadet at the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York, with the class of 2026. I want to start by congratulating each and every one of you and thanking every teacher and staff member for getting us to where we are today, and for quickly adapting to the new ways of teaching in the midst of the pandemic, and ensuring that we succeed and we're given the best education possible over a computer screen. As a class, we have endured many changes in the past 4 years, from changing campuses to taking classes online, and I'm proud of every one of you for pushing through and working hard to get to graduation today. In our hearts, we will always be the parking lot school. And I'm sorry, Mr. Rowe, but today, we are the big deal. On my first day of school, freshman year, the first class I had was with Mr. Hill. And I feel lucky enough to say that I had the privilege of taking 2 classes with Mr. Hill, both STEM and physics. 2 classes and a teacher I will never forget. And let me just say, Mr. Hill, you are as magical as light. I want to thank Coach Threets and Coach Curry for always pushing each and every one of their students to their fullest potential, and always being there to guide us and give us the best advice to help us reach our dreams, for being so invested in all of our lives, and for genuinely caring about our futures. I also want to thank Ms. Fitchhorn for taking on leadership this year and giving it her all. It started off rough as we were all learning the logistics of leadership, but she always pushed us to keep going, and I'm proud of everything that we have accomplished this year. Although we lost many events this year due to not having space on campus and issues with the pandemic, you always pushed us and helped us to find a new event for the student body. And I think this year, we have made new traditions for Buckingham. Thank you for empowering me as president when I was nervous during Wednesday meetings, and for stepping up and making us the best leaders we can be. And finally, Ms. Working. Thank you for supporting us and being patient with us as we presented new crazy ideas to you. Thank you for always taking the time to sit down and meet with me and to make sure that we had everything we needed to make every event successful. You've truly been the best and most caring principal I have ever had. Back in middle school, I had a little bit of an attitude issue. For those of you who don't know, I went to the Public Safety Academy, which is a paramilitary school, so attitudes did not fly. In 5th grade, I was a sergeant, and I was in charge of one row of my squad. I had to make sure their shoes were shined and their collars and gig lines were straight. In other words, this was a huge responsibility and leadership opportunity. But one day, I was upset at a situation and gave our campus monitor a little bit of an attitude, and needless to say, I lost my sergeant bars. As devastated and upset as I was, I of course apologized and asked my officer if there was any way that I can earn my bars back. And I was shocked to hear the offer that he gave me. Excuse me. He said that I could do lunch duty to earn my bars back. So for the next 6 months, I was an official lunch lady. Hairnet and all. Pretty cool if you ask me, but as all of my friends were eating lunch, I was serving them. I quickly learned the consequences of my actions, but although I had a setback, I got right back up and learned from my mistakes. I grew and matured, and I worked my hardest to be the best lunch lady. And after those 6 months, not only did I earn back a rank, but I was promoted to lieutenant. I have failed, and I have been challenged in my role as a leader, but I have kept fighting to improve myself. I went from losing my sergeant bars to being accepted into one of the greatest military academies in the world. Sometimes we fall, sometimes we fail. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we have a bad day and we let it get the best of us. And sometimes we get knocked off the ladder on our way to success. But all that truly matters is that we don't stay on the ground, we pick ourselves back up and climb even higher. In this next phase of your life, through college, through work, through friendships and relationships, and wherever you may be. Fall and learn, fail and learn, fall and rise, stronger than you were before. Buckingham Collegiate Charter Academy, class of 2022, I'm proud to say that I've spent the past 4 years with you all. Congratulations, and don't stop climbing until you have reached your goals. Thank you. Now we will have our next student speaker, Katie Mooney.
Wow. Okay. I just wanted to start off by saying I did not tell my parents I was giving a speech today, so surprise. Hey. Good morning, teachers, family, and my fellow classmates. Wow, we're really graduating. After 4 years of anticipating this day, we are finally here. My name is Katie Mooney, and I stand here before you today as a graduating student of Buckingham Collegiate Charter Academy. My fellow seniors, graduation is one of the largest milestones in our lives. This being because it fills the empty chapter in our books of life so it can stay with us forever as a memory and so much more. Today is not only about graduation, but it is more about recognizing accomplishments from the past and commencing further no matter how much the struggle. My freshman year, I was a student at Vacaville High School. I didn't choose to leave because of the students or the atmosphere, but because I strived for a more personal relationship with my teachers. And that is what I found here when I came to Buckingham. I was embraced by the most caring teachers I have ever had the privilege to be taught by. I came into high school as an extremely shy and introverted person, and many of you who know me would agree. The staff and faculty here has pushed me and guided me to be who I am today. I have been a member of the varsity girls volleyball team for 2 years. I have been a part of the yearbook staff for 4 years, your yearbook editor for 2 years, and avid club class president this year. I'm extremely grateful for each and every teacher who took every day to push me to be more open and more confident and more sure of myself. Without many of you here to guide us and mentor us through our high school career, we would not be the strong individuals who sit here before you today. So with my whole heart, on behalf of the senior class of 2022, thank you. From the start of my time in high school, my plan was very clear. Go to junior college, get all my prerequisite classes done, continue to a 4-year, preferably on the other side of the state, and to study to be a social worker and after continue working for CPS. I felt my calling was to help other children and teens who were born and going through the same situation as I had gone through. I felt the need to help them have a second chance at life like I was blessed with. But my senior year came around and I found myself having a passion for the cosmetology world. That meaning, just a couple months ago, my whole entire path and plan had changed. That didn't last, though, either. So only a month ago, my path had changed once again. After the pandemic and seeing how that industry was affected, and that being one of the first to go, I had made the decision and figured out what to do with my life. After much support and guidance from my parents, teachers, and friends, I am proud to say I will be going to Solano and then going to a trade school to become a dental hygienist. My point in saying this before you all today is that you may have your whole life planned out right now, but do not be afraid for that to change. And if you have no idea what you want to do, don't be afraid either, because it'll most likely change multiple times down the road. Seniors, please take a look to your parents and give a wave. Let us take a moment to thank our parents for supporting us in more ways than it's possible to count. You guys dragged us out of bed each morning, made sure we were fed and clothed for school. You herded us out the door or drove us to school yourselves. You helped us with homework, even though you probably didn't understand it either, and listened to our complaints about irrelevant school drama. You came to our plays, our concerts, attended our sporting events, and chaperoned our dances. You commiserated over our daily dramas, but you also gave us enough space to learn how to work things out for ourselves and grow as individuals in the world. These are just a few of the thousands of ways you've supported us in our journeys. We thank you. To our coaches and advisors, thank you for making school about more than just classwork. Through sports, we learn how to power on through adversity and give it our best effort, win or lose. We learn the importance of discipline and good sportsmanship. Through other activities like participating in clubs, school plays, and service projects, we learn how to work closely with others to achieve the common goal, and we had a lot of fun doing it. To our principal and vice principal and all the staff, thank you for keeping things running smoothly so our teachers could concentrate on us. We're better off for it. To our guidance counselors, thank you for listening and trying to keep us on the right track for graduation. Without your help, some of us might not be graduating here before you today. Behind each and every one of us graduates today, there are dozens of people providing support in at least a dozen ways. You are the glue that has held the class of 2022 together. We thank you. Over the last 4 years, I found I would ask myself, how do we measure the time we spent in high school? In the beginning, we measure it through class periods, just counting down the days to eventual freedom. As days and weeks passed by us, we measure it in semesters, and later in years, and we moved from being those clueless freshmen to becoming sophisticated sophomores who thought they had it all figured out. By the time we reached our junior year, we were confident that we were prepared to take over the graduating seniors and rule the school. And now we stand, our rule is over, and it's up to the next class to step in our shoes and take over. I know that as I look at all of you, I will measure my time in a much different way. I will measure it in all the friendships I've enjoyed these last 4 years. Some were pretty casual and others were much closer. But I'll remember each one fondly, as I'm sure you all will too. And when many of our high school memories begin to fade, such as throwing pies at our teachers' faces, getting our golf cart stolen, and fighting with our old bingo ladies. That's how I'll ultimately measure the time we spent here, not in periods or semester or years, but in the friendships we made and the times shared together. Congratulations, my fellow graduates of the class of 2022. Wherever we go and whatever we do, may we always be friends when we meet again. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you so much to our student speakers. Next, I would like to invite some of our staff members to the stage to present our special awards. Ms. Bernhardt, Mrs. Pillow, Mrs. Hayes, Mrs. Wilson, Mr. Rowe, and Ms. Fitchhorn. Please join us. To give the first award is Ms. Christy Bernhardt.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? The student selected by the faculty to receive the Judith Cook Community Service Award stands out not only for his academic accomplishments, which have led him to earn admission to UC Berkeley in the fall, but particularly for the admirable character qualities he possesses. E, elite, electrifying, exceptional. R, responsible, resilient, and respected. Captain of the boys varsity basketball team, and in the words of our legendary Coach Curry, the most exemplary student leader to ever grace his basketball court. N, noble, noticeable, nice. E, encouraging, easygoing, and engaging. President of the Black Student Union and recipient of the NAACP Youth Changemakers Award for his dedication and commitment to helping mentor the younger generation. S, self-disciplined, scholarly, strong. T, trustworthy, thoughtful, and teachable. Having good work ethic by demonstrating dependability at school and being genuine in his relationships with others. It is my distinct privilege to introduce the extraordinary Ernest Turner.
In true English teacher fashion, I'm going to begin with a definition from the Oxford Dictionary. Soul sister, a woman whose thoughts, feelings, and attitudes closely match those of another, a kindred spirit. From day one in my freshman English class, this incredible young woman who has earned this year's Academic Achievement Award has been a true kindred spirit. From our shared sense of humor and love of favorite novels, thrifting, crepes, and awkward family photos, to our shared hatred of running and aversion to the color yellow, we've spent 4 years and 5 classes together, and even on days when it seemed no one else in the room or on Zoom was on the same page or screen, as it were, I always knew that she got me, and often has shown up to class in the same outfit as me. And because of this special connection, it's my absolute pleasure to brag on her today. The recipient of this award must be among the highest ranking students in their class academically, and she is. Number 1, in fact. They must have shown an incredible dedication to their education, and she has, taken a total of 11 college courses while still in high school. They must have demonstrated a work ethic that surpasses that of their peers, and hers does, every time. I have never seen her give less than her best, whether it was on an English essay or a yearbook deadline, all the while cultivating beautiful friendships, loving her family, serving the school in leadership, faithfully doing community service, responsibly holding down part-time jobs, and yes, making some of her favorite memories in our crazy yearbook class. When I asked her what has motivated her the most to strive for academic excellence, she said, "I guess I view education as a gift, not something I am being forced to do. There are still places in the world where women do not have access to education, and I have been lucky enough to attend school for 13 years now." In addition to this rare gratitude, her determination, aka stubbornness, has served her well. Her federal agent father told me about a time when she lied about losing a school workbook she hated doing, and even after interrogating her on multiple occasions, knowing she had hidden the book, he could not break her and get a confession. You're probably beginning to see why she's my favorite. Coach Threet said of her, "She has been such an integral part of making Buckingham a true community that is so supportive of students. I respect her for her intellect, professionalism, respect for everyone, authenticity, and perseverance in life's goals. She truly deserves this award because it shows that passion, conscientiousness, resilience, and intellectual giftedness are a beautiful combination." Mr. Hill said, "She puts in the effort to be great." Mrs. Gorey said, "She was a constant source of encouragement and fun. She works hard and gives 100% to every task before her. She has a super quick and sometimes sassy wit, cracking one-liners when you'd least expect it, to lighten the mood or just to make everyone think. She's also a very thoughtful young lady who speaks from the heart and makes you feel valuable and loved. Mrs. Strobach said, "We don't usually allow 10th graders as office assistants unless they have outstanding character and exemplary work ethic. This is actually one of the students I miss the most during the shutdown." Ms. Fitchorn said, "There are 100 things I love about her. She is, number 1, reliable, number 2, positive, number 3, creative." But you get the idea. I won't keep you here for all 100. Her decision to have a double major in psychology and child development came as no surprise to her parents, who told me that she's been fixated on babies and children since she was a young girl. When her parents would not comply with her repeated requests for them to have another baby, she channeled her caregiving energies into the church nursery, where she has lovingly served ever since. This exemplary student will be attending Cal Poly in the fall, where her mother also attended. To pursue a life of wealth and recognition, you may ask? No. To pursue a life of empathy and service, supporting children with serious health diagnoses through the fight of their lives. That's who she is and why she has worked so hard, to give it all away for the least among us. And I know you hate the spotlight, Abby, but you are so deserving of this recognition. Please give a round of applause for the recipient of the 2022 Academic Achievement Award and my soul sister, Abigail Stutite.
Come on up, Mrs. Wilson.
Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. Michael Jordan. Well, my apologies to Michael Jordan, but he neglected to mention that there is one more option. Don't see something as an obstacle at all, but rather as an opportunity to learn and grow. The recipient of the Personal Achievement Award embodies just that. Over the last 4 years, we have seen this student go from struggling with adversity to taking that adversity and turning it into a teachable moment. She not only learns from it, but she makes sure that others learn as well. She sees the potential in everyone around her and will not hesitate to let them know that they are important. I know I speak for everyone who has ever met her when I say that she is one of the most genuinely kind students we know. According to Dean Roberts, for this student, kindness is everything, and she stands by her convictions. You can ask any of her classmates, and they will agree with me when I say that she will greet you with the kind word and leave you with the kind word. To this student, I would like to say, it was sure nice to see you. I stand here this morning honored to present the Personal Achievement Award to Nicole Miller Fisher.
Good morning, graduates, parents, families, and friends. I'm Miss Wright, the English 9 teacher, theater arts teacher at Buckingham. I believe by now I know most of you. I have the honor of presenting the Elise P. Buckingham Award this year to one of our deserving graduates. When Mr. Busher asked me if I wanted to present this award, I jumped at the chance. I have seen this student grow tenfold this year. It's hard to remember them as a freshman, I've directed them in multiple musicals since then. They have served as ASB leadership as well as NHS, and we expect our students to grow in 4 years. But this student has made unusual leaps and bounds. It was obvious who should win this award. For those of you who are not familiar with Elise Pearson Buckingham, first of all, your school is named after her. She was apparently a woman of such obvious, outstanding qualities for her time, and such an outspoken proponent of her views, that she received good press almost from the time of her arrival in Vacaville in 1884. Some information appears on our website that says, after her divorce from Mr. Buckingham, which, by the way, in 1884 was just not done, he was a very wealthy businessman. Elise left behind the social life of the Bay Area to invest her substantial wealth in what was soon to be known as the Wonder County. She purchased 400 acres in Lagoon Valley from Jose Demetrio Pena in the spring of 1884. According to 1895 San Francisco Examiner article, Elise purchased the land with the later thought of making a profit on it. So she bought 400 acres for her and her son. Later, she turned that 400 into 1,000 acres of fruit groves in Vacaville. Eventually, she began speaking to farmers from California to New York and abroad, and was written up in the New York Post about her fruit-raising methods. This is the kind of business savvy, spunk, and grassroots enthusiasm we think about when we think about our school and this award. The Elise P. Buckingham Award recipient this year goes to a student whose leadership skills in National Honor Society, ASB, and theater arts have planted the seeds in students she has mentored and will grow beyond expected acreage for years to come. I am personally in debt to her for bailing us out when times were tough and always making me smile when I wanted to give up. I am certain those who know her know what I'm talking about. She's gracious and kind, intelligent and humble, and wise beyond her years. This year's Elise P. Buckingham Award goes to Quinn Chapin. Congratulations, Quinn. I'm shaking, I'm so excited.
Hello, class of 2022. I'm here tonight to present, or excuse me, today to present an award that represents kind of the concept of time and how important time is. It's such an elusive, mysterious, and frustrating thing. I bet none of you here today could have imagined when you first started at Buckingham as freshmen that you'd actually be experiencing this moment. And there's probably things that you could have never imagined would have happened, and you probably accomplished a lot more than you probably thought you ever could. The thing about time is that it speeds up when you don't want it to. Like, for instance, when that paper's due that you know you've been putting off, because I must say, Buckingham students, you love a good deadline. You know I'm right about that. If you challenge a Buckingham student with, oh, you'll never be able to write this paper in a night, they see it as a personal challenge versus an impossibility. So, you know, time can do that to you. Time also slows down, like on a Friday when you're waiting for the bell to ring, you just want to get out of there. And sometimes we just want time to kind of stop because we have those moments where we say, well, what if? What if I had done things different? What if I had taken more time to spend with my friends, to love them, and to make sure they were okay? This award is the Eric Kepford Award. And if any of you knew Eric Kepford, It's been a year already since he passed. He was an amazing student at Buckingham, and he was also a CTE student. And if you don't know what CTE means, it's computer technology. It's a pathway where you can choose either to go into design or you can go into engineering. And Eric really didn't know his place when he first came to Buckingham. And he kind of found his way later on through his years in graphic design. And he found a passion. And, you know, it's kind of scary sometimes. You get a lot of pressure in high school. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I don't know. And I'm sure a lot of you understand that. And he really didn't until finally in his senior year, he had announced to me that he was going to pursue graphic design. And he was going to go to FITM in San Francisco and complete a degree in graphic design and visual communications. And unfortunately, we lost Eric before that could happen. But you know, I always wonder, what if we still had Eric here? And the one thing we left behind with that moment, wondering what if, is just remembering to pursue your dreams. Like, don't think about, well, what if I had done that? Well, you know, don't ever have regrets. I think that's the biggest thing. He decided to pursue his dreams, and he was really, really good at design. And I just want you all to know and understand that you should trust those things about yourself and really never give up. So the recipient of this award embodies that same spirit in the sense that I've known her since her freshman year, and as she's been a student of mine in Graphic Design 1, Graphic Design 2, and Visual Communications, she herself kind of just quiet, laid back, like Eric, always loving, loyal to friends, really easygoing, really embodies his spirit and loves design. Her excellence at design also led her to create she was the art director for a project in which Washino had created called the Guild Project. And she not only volunteered to do it during distance learning when she wasn't, you know, getting paid for it, she wasn't getting, you know, class units for it. She just did it out of passion for the love of something. And that's, again, one thing I want to encourage you all. Just find what you love and do it well. And she did it well. She not only was the head designer, but she was the art director, making sure everybody else's design work had a continuity to it. And I think that just the thing about knowing what you do, doing it well, and doing it passionately, even if you're not doing it for money, what's the thing that you would do nonstop, even if you weren't getting paid for it? That's your passion. That's your gifting. And so I'm really pleased to announce this year, the Eric Kepford Award goes to Haley Stensgaard. Haley, could you come up here? Wait, we gotta take a picture right there. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of our special award winners. It is now my great pleasure to introduce to you our Associate Superintendent, Mr. Ed Santapadre.
Good morning, graduates. Superintendent Shamia could not be here with you this morning because she's at home recovering from an illness, and she sends her regrets. She loves your graduation. I just have to say, as I sat here this morning and watched this happen, it was just amazing to me what you've accomplished. As Miss Working was calling some of your high honors and different awards and you all stood up, it was truly impressive. And then these special awards, watching the choir sing, really what you've accomplished in these 4 years are amazing. But when you think about the things that have the barriers and obstacles, it's even more impressive. Yes, we've talked about the pandemic, and that has been immense in all of our lives. When you add in a move of a campus, when you add in construction every day, you even had the power go out during finals. I mean, but you never took your eye off of the goal. You never took your eye off of achieving at a high level. So I know that whatever your next step is, whether you're going to college, the military, career technical education, trade school, wherever you're going, you are really prepared. So congratulations to the graduates. I need to thank the staff, Mrs. Working, and the entire Buckingham team, because you also had many barriers and obstacles in the way. And none of that ever deterred you from supporting these students from when they arrived through today. And they are here because of the families and because of your support and your dedication and your hard work. I hope you all have a really restful break now, because you have earned it. So now, if I may, would the President of the Board of Education, Mr. John Jansen, please come forward to accept the class of 2022. As Associate Superintendent, I verify that the students seated before us have completed the rigorous set of requirements set forth by the State of California and the Vacaville Unified School District. Each student is therefore eligible to participate in this graduation ceremony. It is my pleasure to present to you the senior class from Buckingham Collegiate Charter Academy, class of 2022.
Thank you, Ed. As Vacaville Unified School Board President, it's my privilege to announce that this senior class of 2022 has fulfilled the academic requirements set forth and has earned and is awarded diplomas issued by the Vacaville Unified School District. Congratulations, seniors.
Will our first row of graduates please stand and line up to receive your diplomas?
JL Alvarez. Allison Arambola. Alan Jimmy Arias Lerma. Ralph Baker. Cole Ballard. Kayona Bateman. William Bell. Matthew Bergren. Ethan the Goat Blind. Jasmine Boyer. Dakota Brown. Via Nicole Cerratos Calderon. Jada Hadassah Caraway. Quinn Chapin. Sammy Brian Clark. I'm not even in it. I'm so short. Okay. David Michael Klein. Oh, I was giving you a high five, but yeah, there we go. Sierra Connor. Good job. Gabriel Coronel.
Confusing with the other camera, yeah.
Abigail Cox. Emmanuel Cruz. Madison Ray DeWolf. Savannah Durrell. Christian Pedro Duran. Yeah, get it, dude. Autumn Kaylin Eltringham. Aaron Flores.
Thank you.
Angelo Fonseca Trejo. Annalisa Claire Galvin. Ella Gerlach. Trinity Nicole Hatch. Chris Hawkins. Lucas Henson. Hayden Aaron Holmes. Matthew John Hunt. John Ireland. Braden Janecki. Teddy Hara. Amelia Jane Johnson. Ayana Sophia King. Dylan Kosar.
Matthew Landis. Jamie Paras Malari. Natalia Esperanza Mendez. Nicole Lee Miller Fisher. Congratulations. Malika Amin Mirador. Noah Mitchell. Katie Mooney. Angelina Moore. Byron G. Moore. Marcelino Daniel Morales. Congratulations. Juan Pablo Moreno Mares. Connor Morger. Anisa Naranjo. Hillary Newman. Michael Pham. Bok Nguyen. Rachel Nichols. William Nitto. Jordan Oliva Groves.
You got a whole crew over there. Good job.
Bella Padilla. Miles Perry.
A lot of energy there, huh? Congratulations.
Jaden Petit. Torian Moses Plight Jr.
I got it all.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Congratulations.
Gary Noel Marion Prince. Larissa Robinson. Autumn Robigo Ruiz. Gabriel Shalik. Jacob Self.
What's up? Yes, ma'am.
Hardik Sharma. Kevin Sherrill. Hannah Simmons. Derek Stay. Haley Stensgaard. Tatiana Stevens. Job Stout. Abigail Stutheit. Jaden C. Ananya Thakur. Drew Thakur.
Warriors of six.
Ernest Jalen Turner. Jasmine Valbuena. David Pierre Valet. Eddie Weiss. Kaylee Wilburn. Kalia Wilburn. Genesee Williams. Noah James Wong. Journey Wright.
Will Ernest Turner please join me on the stage once again?
Good morning, family, friends, and of course, the class of 2022. We have come to the conclusion of our graduation ceremony. However, we have one last task to complete before we are considered official graduates. I am honored to lead my peers in turning of the tassel. I now ask the class of 2022 to please rise as we take a part of this tradition. On the count of 3, please move your tassel from your right side to your left side, signifying the completion of our time together and the genesis of a whole new adventure that awaits each and every one of us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2022. You are officially graduated.
I officially present to everyone the 2022 graduating class of Buckingham Collegiate Charter Academy. Thank you so much for coming.